Good morning and welcome to DCT Quantum, where we take a deeper dive into the source of coherence itself, which is us. We create the waveforms. We are the generator, we are the vortex, we are a frequency, we are a tune, we are vibration, we are a thought in the mind of God. We are all of those things and so much more. So today it's hump day. We're halfway through this quantum experience, and I want to say well done. Well done. This I don't think doing this particular quantum practice is that it's not easy. It's not easy for me. um so I appreciate you stepping in and joining me in this practice. It does help me. So how this works, and it can be quite nerve-wracking, is that I do not plan what I'm going to say. Not for this series. I did for the last 28 days, the habits, but not for this one. And the reason that I do that is, first of all, that's how it was presented to me. Just show up. Um, just be open. Just trust and know that whatever needs to come through is going to come through in that moment, and that is true for all of us. And that is a muscle that we can develop. It isn't encouraged in our modern culture with all the tech and all the augmentation and all the outsourcing that we do. But it is a part of a deep spiritual practice to surrender and allow, to allow blankness, to allow stillness, to allow no words, even no thoughts, to erupt, because that is also divine guidance. So, day 14, I want to speak to the very fact that we have agency. Now, yesterday I talked about we live in a multiplayer world. It's like a multiplayer game. When you sign up, you come here knowing that there may be a very good chance, very good likelihood that you will cross paths with somebody who has the absolute right to act how they want towards you. They may act negatively, dysfunctionally. You may get surprised and they may act wonderfully. And that is part of the excitement of being on this planet. But something very significant is happening at the end of this month. A great age called the Kali Yuga is going to officially end. Now, what does that mean? The biggest takeaway for me is that people like us no longer have to take what the powers that should not be are dishing out. We no longer are under the rule and the law of hierarchy. It will be over by the end of this month, and we will enter into a transitional phase, which may we may experience as a little chaotic, a little disruptive, very energized. But there's no vacuum there. It's a space for you to step up, if you want, into action. Now, you could have chosen to come to this planet and serve at this time in the consciousness, the raising of the consciousness on this planet. You could have come as a fossil, as a rock. You could have come as a whale. You could have come as a flower. There are so many ways that you can gift this planet with your presence and frequency, but you chose to come here as a human. So you have agency, you have a body, you have hands, you have a brain, you have a voice, you have an agenda, you have a mission. We do not need to accept what is put on us. We do not have to accept the decisions made by a pope or a president or a military leader. The power that is coming in is the power of unity consciousness. And what that means is the power of the people. Now, many, many people are calling this a time of revolutions and revelations. I call it the beginning of the cosmic age. And that means that we can dump all of the old archetypes, structures, and hierarchies. And we can really become solvent, sovereign. So you don't have to take what is happening in your life from anybody. If you don't like something, do something. If you hear something that isn't right to you, say something. It's not a case of putting up anymore. It's not a case of going along anymore, because we are literally engineering the architecture, the foundation of a new world, and it begins with you and me. So while all of these things are happening around us, they're not happening necessarily to us, because we have an ability to decide how we're going to react. We don't have to go along with the decisions of our political rulers. And we can take the time to investigate the claims that are made for ourselves so that we fully understand what is happening. So I would say to you today, day 14, in this DCT QUANTUM, that you are the empowered I am. And that is more than you just knowing what you want from your life. It's more than you running from your flow state. The empowered I am that I am is the most powerful creative force in the cosmos. You are made in the image of the Creator. Therefore, you can co-create your experience. The time of hiding who we are, the time of running and being passive is over. We've been given a new paradigm, a new order, and we get to decide how we use that. So let's get into DCT. DCT is one of the most powerful things you can do at this time. It is a 5-step grounding activation that brings you into a mindful stillness through the body. So we always go through the body first, and then we cohere the mind to the heart. So we always begin with step number 1. I'm going to walk through it today because we've been practicing without props. And today I just feel like doing it. I feel like moving my body. I feel like acting it out. I feel like visualizing it with you today. So, step number 1. Imagine that your mind, chitter chatter, is a beautiful, large white feather. It's quite ornate. And it's resting here and it's fluttering with all the thoughts. I want you to close your eyes, still your body, and allow that feather to gently float down through this body, float down through the chest, through the diaphragm, through the belly, And as it floats down, it gets heavier. To see it floating down to the abdomen, to the hips, the pelvic bone. And now see that feather split into two and fall faster and heavier down through your legs. And by the time that it gets to your feet, it is really heavy. It's almost metallic, elemental, like coal or copper. And as it reaches your feet, it melts like iron ore. It melts down through the soles of your feet, taking with it every thought, every mindless chitter-chatter, worry and care, melting it into that metallic black liquid that fills your feet. And as it does so, it seeps out into the ground beneath your feet, so that it's hard to tell where your feet begin and the ground ends. It is just one. And as that happens, you drop down through the ground in a million different streams, little turrets, little rivulets, liquid pouring down in little rivers through the layers of the clay, of the soil, of the rocks, of the fossils, of the crystals, the ribbons of coal, the deposits of oil, the great caverns and hidden lakes. Down, down, down you flow, getting heavier and heavier and heavier as you find that level, which is the center of the earth itself. And at the center of the earth itself, that liquid you, that metallic elemental liquid you, meets the earth's core and becomes one. Like the stream becoming the river, like the river becoming the ocean. There is no beginning or end. It's just one. Become one with the heart of the earth that beats the Schumann resonance, that pulses life throughout this planet. That pulse vibrates through your body. To feel that. Float in those waters. Let go. The elemental liquids infuse your body with a rich, grounding vibration. You can smell the earth. Now you're going to bring that vibration as I count from 10 to 1. You're going to allow that vibration to resonate all through your body. Not purposefully, not consciously, All you need to do is let go and allow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are elemental. You are made of the earth and her vibration reverberates all through your body, leaving you feeling centered, grounded, and present, just like nature. Step number 1 complete. We are grounded to the earth. Step number 2, we're going to activate our light body. Now, we are made of the earth. We are an elemental child of creation. But we are animated by the cosmic breath of the Creator. And we call that prana, life force. And with every breath that you take in, you receive prana. And it activates your light body. This is your luminosity. This is your lightness of being. And by focusing on your breath, breathing deeply in, and then releasing as deeply, exhaling as deeply, you set in motion an activation of your light body, thus creating the flower of life configuration in your electromagnetic field, which literally keeps you alive. So we're going to breathe 5 times quite purposefully, quite deeply, imagining white light coming in and animating our entire body. With every breath you take, see the light getting brighter. Like a flower reaching up to the sun. Breathe deeply, breathe cosmically, and fill your body with prana, with the breath of God. So gently stay mindful of your breath as we continue on to step 3. Step number 3. We're going to prime our electromagnetic field. We're going to use our fingers that are antennae and our palms that are like scanners. And I want you to move how you feel cool. Don't copy me. Close your eyes and arm's length all the way around your body from the top of your head to your fingertips to the bottoms of your feet. I want you to see in your mind's eye and feel your electromagnetic field. And I want you to bring all of your attention to your hands. And what we would like you to do is notice what you notice, feel what you feel as you move and experience the greater you, this sentient, intelligent skin, this shield, this information center, this local quantum field. Get to know it. Get to know it like you know every part of your body. The only way to do that is by tact, tactile, sensory exploration of the ether, the plasma around you. And what you're doing is you're feeding the inside of your body with information that you're receiving from your field and vice versa. So you're coherent. But we're also priming. This is a fertile substance. It is neutral. So we can prime it for a greater activation, and that comes next. So step number 4 is we're going to now do a heart activation that we call the powered I am that I am. Now I have been called to do this before we start the activation. I don't know why. Except that when I do this, I feel a connection between my enlightened mind and my heart, and it feels good. Now take your hands, put them in front of your chest, the heart, press in and feel. Connect to your heart. Connect to your heart. Connect to your heart. And when it feels right, gently open your hands as though you're opening the gates, the golden gates of a temple. Or perhaps you're opening a portal to the center of the cosmos. You see what you see. And as you open, enter into this space, this holy of holies, this temple. Imagine walking into your heart. And as you do so, you are completely overwhelmed by the light that you encounter. Because the light that you encounter feels like home. And it is. And as you walk into the light, you disappear. You disappear into it completely. And in the disappearing is a surrendering to your own power, to your higher power. A communion with the Holy Spirit and with the energy of the Great One that keeps everything in existence. You can see it as a blue flame. You can see it as the eternal flame. You can see it as a sun. It doesn't matter. But that light is eternal. It is all-knowing. It is omnipresent. And it is always in residence. We just forget to see that light expanding, radiant and golden, casting its rays of light in all directions, filling your primed electromagnetic field with the Om power, with the unlimited highest version of you. Unfold yourself. Behold yourself and see just how brilliant and beautiful and special you are. As within, so without. As without, so within. Bring the presence of the I Am back into the present moment, into the consciousness that is here. And now let us enjoy the power of 9, step number 5, where we connect to all that is and quantum entangle. Connecting to the cosmos, to one another through our third eye, all-knowing, all-seeing, connected through the crown chakra, grounded to the earth and protected, sovereign, empowered. And we always run this energy through the enlightened mind, because the enlightened mind has discernment. So if this is a yes to receive this power, then you run it down like a laser beam, down to the heart. And when it reaches the heart takes this cosmic energy, expands it out to create a waveform, and that waveform we call coherence. You can see it as a ripple on a lake, still lake. And as we expand out using this waveform, of coherence. You can put here anything you want that is for your highest good, a wish, a want, desire, for yourself or for others. And let that carrier wave, let that coherence run it through the quantum field. So see that wave just running out, 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 in all directions. A wave, a ripple, a ring. And then when it reaches the edges of your quantum field, your electromagnetic field, just let it go. Detach. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because it will run for you. And now let's close. Thank you for everything. I am truly blessed. I bless everyone in my world. And I bless this world. And so it is. You have a beautiful day. And I'll see you again very, very soon.